Alright, so this is going to be a knitting podcast. A little different from what I've been doing recently. But I haven't been doing knitting for like months. The last time I did a knitting podcast was like a year ago, 6 months ago. Anyway, so I'm going to update you on what I'm working on. Quickly, sweet and short, because it takes forever to upload, like 45-minute things, which I haven't done, but whatnot. So most of them are socks, which are easy, and I have like a ton of, that was one. I have all these empty bags here. A few podcasts ago, you saw me talking about this white sweater that I got from a friend that I finished. I still have not done anything with it, just so you know. It's been sitting in this bag, just sitting there. So let me do this quickly. There are some projects that I'm not going to show you because I've already showed them in previous ones that I still have not worked on, started, or finished. But I know in a few podcasts ago I did show you my crocheted scarf that will be turned into a blanket. It is turning into a blanket. Like, I worked on it. I've been working on it. Oh my gosh. It is pretty big right now. Well, it's long. It's not big. It's long. So I'm just using up a lot of yarn to do it. So, been working on that. And then also I have my mitered square other blanket that's going on. So I'm gonna have a crocheted blanket and I'm going to have a mitered square blanket. Fun. So there's that one. Probably the most fun project I'm working on right now is one that I have already worked on, but am working on it again. Is a shawl from Century Stitches book. I've already worked one before, but it was really small. So I'm working this one. Again, the same pattern, just different yarn. And I'm just going to be working on it. It's like TV knitting. It's really easy. I don't need to do... I can do something else while knitting on it. So that's what's nice about this one. This is probably the most one that I've worked on. Worked as in like 10 minutes. Worked on. The others are just socks that I have toes, a little bit more than toes, and I haven't gotten to the instep or heel yet. I have like 3 pairs of socks. These are for a friend. I don't know if they are going to finish being for a friend or just fun socks. They're coral themed. I like the pattern. The yarn is pretty. I like the grays and the pinks and the oranges. It's really pretty, but I just have toes at this point. So I'm going to try knitting on those, but the needles are pretty sharp, so that's one reason why I didn't knit on them often. It's because it was sharp. Next ones, I've showed you these before, the purple lavender ones that I'm working a pattern that I made up. It's just like a 1x1 twist. So it's like a honeycomb, but not a really honeycomb. It's not my pattern because anybody can do it. So yes. Next one. If I can close this. I'm using like makeup bags for project bags. Isn't that sad? So, next one. These socks have been shown many times and they still haven't been worked. My tweed socks, oh my gosh, how many times have I showed you these? Probably once, but they have been on the needles for a year. A year. A freaking year. More than a year. I really need to work on them because like... Oh god. I just jumped right into in the alfalfa field. I didn't like do any shot to the cows or anything. I'm gonna do shot to the cows next. Did that. Third pair of socks. Yep. Well, no, I'm just working on squares at this point. I will, in a later podcast, I will show you all of my squares so far, but this yarn was supposed to be for another friend, but it eventually didn't turn out that way. So, squares it goes. And then lastly, my last pair of socks that I'm working on are my blue socks, which I think in an earlier podcast I showed you the yarn. So yeah, this is the yarn. They're finally being knit on the socks. So yeah, in a vacation earlier, because the last podcast I was going to Maryland, went to Maryland. I actually went to Maryland twice, actually 3 times. First one was with my mom. Second one I went with my dad. The one I went with my mom, I bought these needles. I can't remember for the life of me what brand they are. They are wooden needles. They are nice. Like, I have wooden needles before, but they are not... They're like unfinished needles. But these are finished. I think these are wooden. These are really nice. They slide nicely. The connection is nice. Ugh, it's so good. And I have 3 sizes. Interchangeable ones. So that's what I've been working, well, not. That's what I have in the alfalfa field. I haven't worked it yet. So, 3 trips to Maryland. The one with my mom, the one with my dad. And the last one, I graduated from high school. So, yay me. Yay me. So, now, as you could see recently, I'm focusing a little bit more on YouTube. YouTube is not going to be my career. I do want to post more on YouTube. So yeah, that's basically it. I kind of just already did in the alfalfa field. I also forgot like all my show notes names. Like I have my books, all my knitting books down there. I don't know if I've written in any of them because I'm trying to remember what I did for each one of the things. Here we go. Shop the cows, new machinery. I don't have any new machinery. I haven't purchased any new yarn. Oh, darn it, I should have. Recently I crocheted an octopus for a friend and it finished. It was fun. Like the first request that I did that Ashley went through. And I am gonna make another one for her sister because I gave it to her and she loved it and her sister was like, oh my god, I need this. So I'm gonna make it for her. So stay tuned for that because it was really cute. Nothing has been finished. Nothing rolled the hay bales, so nothing needs to be fertilized, as in touched up. I don't know. So I like looking at my oh, also sad day. Recently my grandmother and my uncle did pass away. I'm gonna try not to start crying because I just remember, doing podcasts with knitting my grandmother scarves, socks, and headbands, and her sweater. I do have all of those in my hope chest that she gave me. So it's a very sad day, but it's hard. It's really hard. But yeah. Anyway, my uncle did pass away. His friend was the lady who I was knitting the patriotic socks for. And, we're still in contact with her. Which is nice. So yeah, that's kind of, this is kind of like a really sad part now. But, yeah. I'm sorry. I left it on such a downer. But yes, so I think for this channel, I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to be doing knitting. I'm going to be doing bearded dragon things, as in Michi updates. And the third thing I want to focus on, as I have said this before in the videos, is K-pop. So earlier in in the year, I did film 2 videos, because my camera cut, 2 videos of me just cleaning my room while listening to K-pop, but that wasn't, I feel like that wasn't very entertaining, at least not for me. So I'm going to start to do more K-pop stuff, as in more BTS related stuff, because they're my ultimate bias group. So, and also I do like Big Bang, which, as you can see from right here, GD is saying hello. I went to AnimeCon and they had K-pop stuff, and I'm like, I need this. So I found GD, and I also, if I can do it, it drew GD, as in from Monster. Remember that? Any of those K-pop fans here, which I doubt are very many. So anyway, so that's what I've been working on. I will hopefully start getting back into knitting. It's just been, it's been busy. But now I think I'm at a point where I can start getting back into knitting and doing podcasts. So it's easier for me to film it on my phone, which is good quality, and then upload it to YouTube. It's so much faster that way than filming with the camera, taking the card out, loading it onto my computer, and uploading it from my computer, because my computer stinks. I need a new computer, which I will invest in. So that's what I'll be doing. A little short, but sweet, like I said. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know, it entertained you. I don't know. So we're gonna end on this lovely coral yarn. So yeah. Stay tuned for more knitting and more Michi updates, and hopefully more BTS stuff. Not more, new BTS stuff. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.